Today is May 16th, 2025. You know, like I said yesterday, in on January 19th, 11 o'clock in the morning, I was in the Department of Disability. The investigators told the social workers in Stark County I was drugged and told to say it before. They told them I was framed. Okay. Then in October or November 22, I was in there again, and they told them they were trying to pull a fast one on me. Okay. Well, in 21, where they were running around bragging they drugged me and told me to say it before, kept bragging it. Okay. The shower scene in the other room, how they had framed me. I was letting the police know all the time. I knew they were on me, but I still let them know. Okay. Where they were saying it in stores in front of people. Well, I accidentally emailed the social workers. Well, social workers showed up. Okay. They're like, no, this is funny. We talked to all our witnesses. All this happened. And she was framed before. Okay. That's why I said, if I ever find out there's a Stark County social worker involved in this, after they were told by investigators in 22, I was drugged and told to say it before, and I was framed, and they were pulling a fast one on me. And you think you're going to play Columbo and interfere in an FBI case, I will get your name and make sure the state pulls your license. I'm not going to play with this crap no more. You know, it's common sense. Yesterday, I got really flustered and I got really upset. Some women were out. There's a Katana's restaurant. It's Chinese food. We go to leave and they're outside. Said, we talked to the chief of police up there where they're blaming him. He said he didn't know about it. Well, of course he didn't. There's no such thing as special permission. Okay? It's a drug scam from the drug dealers that are human trafficking people, January 13th, 23. Okay? In the beginning of the case, they said they were using the Florida drug cartel doctor. Okay? He was even running experiments on me with experimental medicine. That's why I was losing so much weight. Even in 19, they said that doctor liked to meet her in person since he's never met her in person. Okay? The one he's running experiments on. They even confessed that. So where Michelle on March 27, 25 told an agent that she was part of crushing my head in on 12/21/18, bashed my head and they tried to kill me or leave me incompetent, it didn't work. And the reason I don't know who that doctor is, he's not one of mine, but works for them, and they had just lied. Well, they said that in 18 and 19. Okay? And she said it again April 17th, 25, outside Sheetz. She walks outside Sheetz while Carl goes in to use the bathroom, walks up to an SUV and says it real loud in the parking lot. And the big government SUV stopped and got her under police surveillance, saying it. Okay, the FBI shows up April 19th, 25 in Hartville Flea Market. Announced they have her saying that. And that they never fell for this and how dumb these people are for pulling this. That she calls the FBI hotline for help. They immediately walk into an FBI office, confess they're illegally monitoring her. Okay? And no one fell for the dirty doctor scam, taping you unaware before confessing your crimes. Sat on it till they wanted a divorce. Then it sounded mechanical, and we knew they altered everything, and it was them and not you. And nobody fell for the tape of weird with yourself. We knew it was photoshopped or washing yourself in the shower. Okay? They photoshopped everything. But if they're going to be that dumb, we told Agent John to go tell on her to that church before he talked to her to find out who's all involved. Okay? So then April 24th, 25, the cartel up in Summit Mall tell that guy Will up there that for him to pull off a scam here to join us, that it's ruined because Michelle told on him that that doctor wasn't one of hers, but works for them, and they had lied. Tell him we said to take care of her. Well, the original said it in 18 and 19. In like 2020, 21, I was in, maybe 22, an Altman Stat Care, and they said people had looked that guy up, that doctor. He's not even a doctor. See, now, I want you to think about this. Where those ladies outside said that one doctor, supposed to be a doctor, run around bad-mouthing her to everyone. Okay, common sense, a little brain cell. What is HIPAA? What is Privacy Acts? Are doctors allowed to badmouth you? No. Can they disclose they've seen you or what they treated you for or what you said to them without a signed consent? No. So how much you want to bet it's just some guy saying he's a doctor? Or I wonder if he was a doctor before years ago and lost his license and started working with the cartel. That he's some guy that lost his medical license years ago. Makes you think. See, it's illegal for a doctor to tape you unaware anytime because of HIPAA and Privacy Acts. They're not allowed to disclose anything you say to them. So there can't be a tape before it's illegal. It's not admissible because of the right to privacy. Just like the right of privacy in your home, they can't set up button cameras. There's no such thing as special permission. Just like these people said it was Danny and Jen calling in complaining about the weird with yourself, the shower scene in the other room, and Danny and Jen didn't know. They didn't know anything. They knew I had bruises, throwing up, and almost passing out, but they didn't know people were drugging me, beating on me, and telling me to say stuff, and they didn't know about body cameras or a shower scene. They weren't part of it. See, that's where the judge that was actually involved in this was retired Judge Peters from Florida. Thousands of people have seen him at Faith Family Church and then other places. They admitted they were the ones doing it to me and doing it to me before and hurting me and selling the login. And Michelle was with them at Faith Family Church and everybody's seen him, including the police and the feds. Okay? And then other places. But they were from Florida. These people made up a scam of a retired Judge Pete from the Ravenna Courthouse friends with Ludick, Judge Timothy Ludick, and Judge Stephen. And they were letting him get away with crimes. And the investigator said that they went and talked to Judge Ludick, and he didn't even know who he was. They just lied. In December of 23, January of 24, on a Sunday night, investigators were in Alliance in the evening when the case first started. We found out Karen's ex-husband was keeping her so drugged up there. They were drug beating, raping her, and she wasn't realizing what was happening. I was going to the doctor by Altman Family Physicians, seeing for bruises I couldn't explain, orange, lemon, and grapefruit sized ones, muscle pain, heart racing, throwing up, headache, almost passing out, and a severe swollen personal infection. And I'm blaming the dirty well water. Never seen her talk to anybody. Okay, I thought it was giving me cancer, that I was just showering in it and it was making me that sick. Okay, here it's predators drugging me up and telling me to say stuff and beating, raping me. So where the case first started, we found out Karen's ex-husband was keeping her so drugged up there, they're drug beating, raping her, and she wasn't realizing what was happening. And they said it was some judge up there messed up in the drug cartel. And we found out it was just some guy saying he was a judge. Just like they were supposed to have been Danny and Jen reporting it, and they didn't know about it. Get it? Just like that lady impersonated me and cost me my job at Advanced America. These people impersonate people, just like the guy that raped and tortured me was a fake FBI agent. This whole thing is a drug scam. That's where I bet that doctor, where those people from Altman, when I went to Stat Care, said he wasn't even a doctor when they looked him up. I wonder if he was a doctor years ago and somehow lost his license and he's running with the cartel, or if he's just some guy just saying it and he was never a doctor. Because can a doctor badmouth you to other people? No. They'd lose their license for misconduct and HIPAA violations. They can't even say they've seen you. They cannot ask you dirty criminal questions. That is sexual misconduct and harassment. They lose their license. See, that's where a little bit of common sense, you'd realize it's a scam. They can't do any of this. Just like that idiot in my old apartment telling people he has my medical records. Do you know to get your medical records, you have to be treating the person at the time. Signed paperwork, you can treat them. Okay? And you have to sign a release for them to get it. You also have to sign a release for the other people to release it to them. If you don't have that, that's stealing documents. Your husband or spouse cannot get your medical records. They have to have a signed medical power of attorney that's notarized, or they can't release it. See, March 13th, 21, I went to Mercy Medical, and when I went in, that lady that claimed she was Michelle's mother was in there. And where they tried to kill me and where they stabbed me in the neck, bashed me in the back of the head, I got the size of a dent of a ball peen hammer in the back of my head. They said it should have killed me. I had to be treated for migraines for 2 years on half of my head. I'm lucky it didn't kill me. They said it should have. I stutter now when I get upset. And they beat and raped me and left me for dead. Left me for dead. Okay? Now, by the grace of God, I didn't die. They came up with a scam of putting a chip in me. Okay? Well, they were puppy shots. Okay, to cover up the attempted murder. Well, that lady that was bragging she was Michelle's mother, she was in there and she's saying all kinds of crap to my face. And then people come in and they pretend to be FBI agents, flash their badges. Get in the back, tell Dr. Alan and Tina's the scam of the chip, okay? They let him in the back of the hospital with fake badges. You know, I made comments. You better hope they never let him touch a computer. Because what do you get from hospital records? Names, addresses, birthdays, and socials. You now have people's IDs. Carl and I went to his bank because I told you we got married last month. And we got married last month and I had just changed my name. Well, we went up to the bank to change my name. And she said, well, I'll tell you what, it's better if you use your debit card anymore when you come in. Because if you use your ID, thousands and thousands and thousands of people's IDs have been stolen in this area. And they don't know how they got them. And we have to go through all kinds of steps just to prove your ID with your driver's license. Well, medical records. What do you got? Enough to create a new ID. Hospitals, perfect place to steal IDs and identities. Think about that. See, that guy in my apartment, he could never have my medical records. They would have been stolen. Well, half my medical records, I found out through the FBI that it was Dave's girlfriend. On March 27, 25, the agent outside that was dating Michelle to get her to confess to the attempt to murder where they bashed on my head, she was part of it, and they tried to kill me or leave me incompetent. And the reason I don't know who that doctor is, he is not one of mine, but works for them. And they had just lied. He was my doctor. He broke up with her. And he got it out of Dave that his girlfriend from before me made him marry me so he could get a job at my dad's factory. He'd have free insurance to give her. My insurance. Back then you didn't show ID. They took you at your word who you were. Calling your insurance card later. Hospital stays, new doctors. You never showed ID. Never. Okay? And he could have extra money to give her. My whole marriage was a scam. My whole marriage. Okay? So I have my medical records of this lady's. We were married a year. My dad gave him a job at that factory. And he went from making $80 a week with John Cowgill to $1,000 or more. Matters how much overtime you wanted to work. Okay? All right. Heavyset white brown lady showed up. My brother told me that he had been seen around this woman. And I said, get me proof and I'll leave him. He's like, here, and they're all lying on me. I'd never cheat on you. Yes, he did. And then all of a sudden I start getting all these bills in my name from doctors I've never seen, hospital stays, and half my medical records are hers. He kept saying, they'll put me in jail for identity theft. You know I didn't cheat on you, Karen. Some crazy lady stole your ID. Here it's his girlfriend and him scamming me. 15 years, like $50,000 to $100,000 worth of copay. She went Nazi on my insurance. Used my prescription card and everything. You know, even now, you can call stuff into Walgreens. You don't show ID, you just go pick it up. Go up and pull up and give them your name and address. Okay. Now, but I'm telling you, with the retired Judge Pete that looks like a Santa Claus, friends with Ludick, letting him get away with crime, and Ludick didn't know who he was. With them framing Danny and Jen for calling in the shower scene in the other room. They didn't even know about button cameras or the frame or anything. They weren't part of it. They framed them. I bet the dirty doctor, I bet he's just some guy too. That, or I wonder if he was a doctor a long time ago, lost his license and joined the drug cartel. One of the two. But regardless, he works for the drug cartel. He's not one of mine. Like they said, she doesn't even know who he is. They even told people that. She doesn't even know who he is. It's just a big scam. Well, you think common sense. It's illegal. It's right on Google. It's illegal for a doctor to tape you unaware. So can they do it? No. So he broke the law. It's illegal for them to ask dirty sexual questions. It's sexual misconduct and harassment. But if they know someone's being hurt, they have to give a limited report to the police that there may be a situation here. I need you to look into it. If they don't, they lose their license forever and they go to jail as an accessory. So could there be a dirty doctor tape before? No. See what I mean? It's not my doctor. It's a big scam. They admitted so many times they drugged me and told me to say it wasn't even funny. Laughed at me in stores in front of people. Made fun of the FBI. Made fun of everyone. That's where that Altman Statcare said it was just some guy saying he's a doctor when they looked into it. Oh, I bet. Just like the retired Judge Pete friend with Ludick. It's just some guy lying. Just like they lied on Danny and Jen. They just lie. And they impersonate people. They impersonated me up at Advanced America, cost me a job, and when they found out it wasn't me, they tried to give me my job back. They impersonate people. This whole thing, they keep telling people some drug dealers did this. It's a drug scam. Okay? Where the bill from the Freemasons supposed to run a scam here to join the drug cartel. You know, he didn't even pick laws that are gray areas. He picked out laws that were black and white, that can never, ever be broken. Where they said the people that did this to her, you wouldn't believe how dumb they are, and how dumb they are trying this with us. It's the federal government, for God's sakes. You should have tried it on a little business. Seriously. But I'm going to go ahead and upload this. But Agent John, I'd like my money. We all know you confessed on a recorded line that you met with that family in their office that lost their kid in that traffic accident, that her father killed her kid. And all those church people. And you knew they were trying to kill me because of strangers lie. And you didn't arrest them for attempted murder and conspiracy to commit murder. You mocked me where those lady supervisors said they told you to act dumb. You did a real good job at acting dumb. You acted like a crazy occult person. Went up and told on me. You told hundreds of people on me. If you told more in one church, you may have told 1,000. And we all know you don't have the authority. My friend Grant lives out of state. He has a friend in an FBI office in another state. He said if this really happened, he figures there's 2 stealing in the office. The only one that could actually steal my money is you. And there's someone else covering up for you. Because he even said to Grant that you don't have the authority to ask anybody to stay quiet. It takes a judge, the First Amendment. You're only bullying me. It's for working the case and risking your life to get them information only. Where the prosecutor's office, criminal attorney, and police, a federal agent said it too. Plus, then you've already told on me and you already confessed you told on me. Then it becomes stupid. But you were supposed to be acting dumb like the dumb people. I like my money. I got you a lot of drug dealers. It was supposed to be for David and churches. My God, I got you drug dealers. I got you Trekasami. I mean, I got you a terrorist. I like my money. And I'm tired of playing with the dumb people. My whole family defended me. Under police surveillance with a court order. All defended me. And Mel's kids got caught stating they made everything up. They were games to pretend. Laughing at Mel getting caught telling them to lie. And the FBI and police announced it in Walmart several times. And they already knew that I was drugged and told to say it before. And they already knew they photoshopped that shower scene. You never fooled the cops either. So I'd like my money. And we all know the way you set it up, I can't get out of the informant program until the FBI puts me in another witness protection program. Threat of life, attempt to life case. You know what upsets me is where officers work the case and they're good officers and good men and women. And when ones that act stupid about the case, like they don't know, they disgrace the badge and the uniform they wear because then people don't trust them. Because everybody knows this is a drug cartel doing it. And they know they sold the login to the case, and all the police know they sold the login. And they know everybody knows. And if you act like you don't know, there's something wrong. And you should never make society not trust you. When there's been good officers chasing stalkers off, blocking people coming at me, and protected me when I was out. I almost died several times. Raped, tortured, human trafficked. And like the FBI said, some of the investigators feel horrible for what they let her live through to get those people. It wasn't one of your agents, FBI. It was your little informant that you betrayed and then fed back to him. I like my money.